Hey everyone, my name is Shubham, and I'm a student of information systems. And today I'm going to talk about how I went ahead and did some analysis on server log dataset. As you can see on the screen, it's just a table of contents which has data cleaning, preprocessing, and answer a few questions about the analysis: how many number of users were into the system, average number of users per day, highest number of users per day, top 5 users by length of time logged in, average CPU usage of those users. So, yeah, as I said, my name is Shubham and this is my ID. And thank you, Professor, for giving this opportunity to us. The first thing, what I did with pre-processing was first I tried to figure out what columns do we have and try to see how many data sets I got. The first data set was VDI and the second one was applications. It consisted of multiple information, for example, the VDI ID, the login time, logout time, and the application dataset had the application names, the start and stop time of it, and multiple other columns where CPU usage and everything. So the first thing what I did was I tried to join those both tables first. And after joining those tables, I figured out that I wanted to check what are the data types of these particular columns because I figured out that there are four columns which are log on DTS, which you can see on the screen: log on DTS, stop, start, log out DTS, which had date as a input values, but the data type was character as I've written in the code. And so I wanted to change them first. And I went ahead and changed the data type of it. And the next thing was as the CIO has requested us to just work on 2015 data set and on the VDIs, which started with CMU. And then I tried to filter out the VDI IDs and the computer name, which had CMU as the string in the first of the word. So I filtered out CMU first, and then I filtered out 2015 from the date column, which I consider as log on DTS as the column which I need to filter on. And the next thing, when I started checking around, I could see that there is one column called stop for the applications, which had 1990 as a value. So that didn't make sense. So I wanted to remove those things before I went ahead and did certain analysis on that. So after doing some pre-processing, I started working on the analysis first. The first question was how many average number of users were there per day. So after calculating, grouping by with the users, grouping by with users, and then trying to summarize function by inputting a mean value for it. So I figured out that it is 123 users per day in the whole year of 2015. And the next question was what is the highest number of users in a day in the whole year of 2015? I got the answer of 479 as the value where there were so many users logging in. Probably it might be a day of submission of an assignment or a group project or a final day of the semester. So that day was 2015, April 28th. So that's most probably the end of a semester and end of all the subjects. So mostly all the students have logged in on that day and try to finish up their work. We can kind of find an analysis like this, building up a story. There might be a deadline. Most of the students have been submitting the assignments on that day. The next question, which I tried to answer, was who were the top 5 users who actually used a CPU so much? So as you can see on the screen, I tried to figure out the time difference of this log on log out date of the session, which gave me the time in seconds. And as we wanted to check what was the CPU usage of it, so I grouped it by users and found out that these were the top 5 users who had average CPU and the highest time difference. The meaning of highest time difference is they have logged in for no more number of time into the VDIs. This can tell us that these users have been logging into VDIs a longer time. In the next analysis, it just shows which month had a lot of users logging in into the system and which month had very less users logging in. So as you can see on the screen, January had very less number of login users. So you can reason out saying that Jan is the time where people go on vacation and come back, and it's the beginning of the semester. So you can expect there are very less users coming into that VDI, logging into the VDI. But on the third and fourth, fourth being the April, which is like end of the semester, end of certain graduations and everything, you can see a peak of media usage in that particular month. We can see that on the graph. And the October month, not the October month, eighth month, which is like again the beginning of the semester, which can tell us a lot of things. Like in the beginning of the semester, not many users are using the VDI session. So it can help the IT team and the infrastructure team to reduce the amount of usage of the cloud services to lower down the burden of cost on the VDIs. The next, what I wanted to show was which users have the highest CPU usage. As you can see on the screen, user 192.33.20.775 and all the few users which you can see on the screen have the highest CPU usage. You can mainly focus on these user IDs and check which applications have they been using for further analysis and see how can you help them out, saying that you don't have to log into these applications because it just kills the CPU and everything. It just takes analysis in a more deeper manner. So this was my complete analysis on how I worked on the data set and how I figured out what to pre-process, what to clean, what to change the data types, how to filter out things. It was a great opportunity to work on these kind of data sets and understand how the server logs work and what kind of information can we get from server logs, what kind of a story we can make out of these analysis. And if you got any questions, you can shoot up to me in Teams or email me regarding it. And thank you so much, Professor, for giving us this opportunity. And thank you, everyone.